Hello, this is the Dazzling One, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to clean your makeup brushes. I'm using a Real Techniques cleansing palette. I'm also going to be using Mary Kay's Shave 2-in-1 Body Wash Shave. It's a really gentle and delicate soap that you're able to use to cleanse your brushes, to really give them a deep clean. Now we also have a brush cleaner in Mary Kay that's really awesome for day-to-day cleaning and maintaining your brushes. But what we're going to be doing in this video is deep cleaning them. Now this is something you might want to do once a week, once every 2 weeks, but at the very least once a month. So the first thing I'm going to do is I have a towel here, and the towel is where you're going to dry your brushes. Okay, you're going to put the cleansing palette and also have a basin of water, the shave gel, and a small bowl of clear water. Now the reason I'm doing it this way is just because I wanted to show you how to do it, because I couldn't figure out how to set it up in the bathroom and have the proper lighting and everything for you to see what I'm doing. So basically I've put some of the cleanser body wash into the palette. Okay, and as you can see, there it is, a strip of it, and that's basically all I'm going to need. I think I'm washing about 5 to 6 brushes. So you slide your hand right on there. It really is nice because it's bendable. It's something that's very easy to maneuver and use. Okay, now first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this bowl of water. As you can see, it's a clear bowl of water. I'm going, and I have this basin of water as well. That's going to be, the red basin is my rinse bucket. So I'm going to wet the brush, and then I'm going to just kind of swirl it over the little beads that are on there, and that's going to really get that clean. Okay, then I'm going to put it inside the bucket, inside the basin. I'm going to take another one, and then I'm going to take it out a little bit, and basically what I'm going to do is just kind of swish it around in there, really get it clean. I'm going to show you toward the end of the video how to do this without the cleansing palette, just how to maintain it. So see, it's clean. So I'm going to lay it flat. You never want to lay them standing up, because the glue, basically what happens is the water gets down in the glue and it loosens it up. So you don't want that to happen. So I lay it flat. Okay, then I'm going to take the next brush and I'm going to do the same thing. Dip it in the water. Now this brush must have had obviously some black or blue shadow in it, so I'm gonna have to, basically just scrub it out. Now the reason there's 3 different size beads there on that palette is the smaller beads are for smaller brushes, middle, medium, and the big fluffy powder brushes are where you're going to use the big ones on the opposite end. So I'm just cleansing that out. It might take just a little bit more work than that first one did because it does have a darker color in it. And then I kind of just swish it around in the bottom, rinse it off, and then I'm going to lay it on the towel. But one thing I will do is kind of move them back and forth, and I'll get into that later. Again, I'm taking the next brush, dipping it into a clean spot of the cleanser that's on there, the body wash. You can also use baby soap. If you have another brand that you prefer to use, you can use that as well, but this works just fine. And again, we're swishing it off, rinsing it off. I'm kind of bending it down. Now if I was at the sink, I'd just rinse it. This is going to do the same thing. And then I lay it down. But see, what I'm doing is I kind of moved it back and forth. I'm going to get back into it because it gets the water out of them. Okay, here's my next brush. Dipping it in the water, cleansing it over the beads. Really, now that one had mustard gold in there. So you're just basically continuing to do the same process with all your brushes. Okay, I'm getting a little bit more water and then going in there again. It's really pressing down, not too hard, but hard enough that you're really cleaning it, because you want it to be really, really, really clean. And then I'm wiping it off there. Any excess water, you want to kind of wipe it off because it's going to help them dry faster. Now I'm taking my cheek color brush and I'm going to dip that in the water, and then I'm going to swirl it on the cleanser. I'm going to go over to those bigger beads, the medium to bigger beads, because you really want to get in there. Okay, now say if I didn't have the cleansing palette, I could do the same thing but with my fingers, using it, kind of massaging it in, massaging the cleanser, the shampoo through the brush, the bristles. Then we dip it into our water. If I was at the sink again, I would be rinsing it that way, squeezing it off, rinsing it again, making sure you really want to make sure you get all the soap out of it. Now, of course, the palette makes it a little bit easier. And again, with the wiping off the excess water and because it's going to help it dry fast. Now, when I do this, I can usually let them sit overnight and then they'll be perfect to use for the next day. Now, the last brush I'm going to be doing is a liquid foundation brush, and what's going to make that easier is I'm just going to dip that right in the water. I'm sorry, I didn't get to the liquid foundation brush. I'm doing just a really tiny liner brush, and that just doesn't take too long. And there's the water, and just wiping again the excess water, really making sure you get that water out, because it's going to dry a lot faster. Now is the liquid foundation brush. Now, since I usually tend to do this one last because it usually needs a little bit more work because the liquid product is being used, whereas the powder is easier to come off. So you'll notice I'm gonna wash this a few times, rinsing it in that water because I don't need it anymore after this, and just really getting down in there. Liquid foundation brush is one you really might want to consider doing every week, if not your powder brushes, because you can really get some buildup in there, and that's going to affect your makeup application, and you want that always to be as smooth as possible. Again, going in, scrubbing until it's pretty much clear now, and then we're really going to rinse it off. Now again, if I was using just my hands, I didn't have the little cleansing palette, I'd do massage it really in, rinse it off in the sink, massage a little bit more in, rinse it off in the sink, really getting it as clean as possible. See how I'm kind of maneuvering that, and then we're going to wet it again, kind of squeeze off any excess water that way and lay it flat. Now I'm going to take those two things and just kind of set them aside, and I will go back again. I use the Mary Kay 2-in-1 wash and shave. It's a very gentle body wash. It works fantastic on the brushes. I use the Real Techniques cleansing palette, and it has that built-in handle, which I'm showing you. And it's just really, you take care of your tools and they will take care of you. And, it really makes things better. I'm going to go through one more time with some of the thicker brushes and just getting that excess water out. You want to lay them flat, like I said. Remember your glue. And you can have a good set of brushes for, forever almost, 10, 15 years. I've got brushes I purchased 10, 15 years ago, and they are still in good condition because I take care of them. Remember, when you're applying your makeup, you are creating, your face is a canvas in a sense, and you are using your tools that are going to help guide and make your application so much better. You'll have colors on that you want on instead of some mixture of remnants of other colors. So this was the Dazzling One. I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful experience. I hope you learned something. Remember to like, subscribe, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.